put this thing together. I'm gonna pull it all out of the box. All right, when you're putting this thing together, put it down in here and then screw these on. That way you don't have trouble getting it down inside here. Can you see this? So put this inside here and screw all these on, and this goes right in the middle. That's how that works. All right, this is the part that will confuse the shit out of you. This is not part of the pool pump. It will not stay on here. This is removable. You put this right here for when you're filling it full of sand, to keep this centered and to keep sand from going down inside here. You want sand all around here. You don't want it inside this tube. So this is what that's for. And once you get this full of sand, you remove this. This does not stay part of the pool pump, part of this filter. That's what was confusing me. I finally figured it out. Everything else is pretty standard. It goes together. Other than that, I don't see why anybody would have any difficulty putting this thing together. Understanding these things took me a bit. I have one now. Let's go check it out. See how my water's a little murky? Could be a lot clearer. That's partially my fault. My steps are fresh. I ain't even got water seal on them yet, but see how murky that is? Trying to get this thing cleaned up for the 4th of July. I got this thing, right? But I've had to patch this thing 100 times, man. But that's partially my fault. Because that's partially my fault. Because I leave this thing out all winter. And it freezes and you know, I shouldn't leave it out all winter. All I need to do is start putting it in the shed, but I'm limited for room because that sumbitch is full. And then I got that little shed. So I'm probably gonna put the new one in there every winter. But I got that new one. Let's get rid of this old one and see if that new one works better. It's pretty much the same concept. Got this shut-off valve. I'd like to get another shut-off valve over here, but this is where I'm gonna put it. And this is what I'm replacing. And you see that murky water. I messed up. There's a ton of sand in here because when I turned this on, I didn't backwash it. And a ton of sand went in my pool. So I bought a vacuum. I'm gonna vacuum it out. But let's see if we can't filter this up and get it cleaner. All right, so I'm guessing that this is where this goes. There's a bunch of holes in here and I don't know what they're for, but I'm using these too. This thing is awesome. It helps center your tube so you don't get sand down in it. And it blocks the sand from going down in it. All right, so this thing will hold 100 pounds of sand. There's two 50-pound bags in there. Let's put it together and start her up. So we gotta go from that. All right, so this was Intech. I think that was 1.25 inches. I think that's 1.5 inches. I'm not sure. Need to put the new pipe going from there, going to there. All right, I got it hooked up finally. I had to make my own my own pipe out of some PVC. I had all this stuff. I don't know what size this is, but it's really big. So that's gonna be your hardest problem. Like, other than that, everything on this thing's great. Runs great. But getting these hoses that size, I really don't know what that is as far as this goes. And it comes with these white things, but it don't really come with hoses. So I had to make my own hoses. And I had to reduce from this to this to this. And I got it working now, so we're good to go. One thing to know about these pumps is you fill this full of sand, you hook this all up. You don't want to put this on filter and turn it on. Leave that off. Put this on backflow until it fills up and pushes water out. That way all the sand settles to the bottom of this bad boy. Then you turn it on filter, then you turn your pump on, then you're good to go. That's the secret to these sand filters. If you don't, it'll shove a bunch of sand inside your pool. So it's I got 4 days until the 4th, and my water's pretty cloudy. You can see it's about a foot down. You can barely see your hand anymore. It's pretty murky. I'm gonna try and clear it up because the 4th of July is in 4 days, and I'm having a big old cookout, big old party. I've been cleaning this thing, scrubbing the sidewalls, got new steps and a little deck built. But I'll come back to you tomorrow, see if it's cleared up any. It's pretty murky. Like, there's my foot on bottom. You can't see the bottom of the pool. All right, it's been about 24 hours. I saw the sand on the bottom that was from before. Before you couldn't even see to the bottom, but that's sand that I've been using this this vacuum I got, trying to get it all up. But there's sand on the bottom of my pool because I didn't know that you had to backwash it, and I did that with my old pump and my old sand filter. But this pool's brand new. Just can't use the factory pump because factory pump isn't strong enough to keep this thing clean all year. So you upgrade to a sand filter. But yeah, one day we're already seeing all the way to the bottom. I'd say 1 or 2 more days and this thing's gonna be perfect. All right, you can see all the way to bottom now. Still gotta clean that sand up a little more. You can see all that sand just sitting on bottom. But it's starting to look good. Starting to look good. Look at that. It's only been 2 days and it's that clear. Like, you can see my tattoo on my foot down there. See the sand down there too, but I'd say it's a win. It's a really good filter. If you want it, there's a description. There's a link in the description and a discount code. That's it. See y'all later.